Hello everyone and welcome back to the Keyword Podcast with AK Bear.
What's up?
So essentially, we haven't been around for quite a while. It's been 3 months since we decided to do one of these because, one, we're lazy, and two, we haven't really had a lot of good topics to talk about until today, where Fortnite is essentially decided to go out and sue the two biggest companies in the world. So, let's get into it, essentially. So, essentially what we are talking about today is why Fortnite was banned on Apple and Google Play stores. So, essentially, today, Fortnite has released their mega sale for V-Bucks, and I'm pretty sure it's permanent, which is really cool. They've actually done 20% off all the V-Bucks you can buy in Fortnite. And, well, Apple, for it seems like forever, has always had a tax on V-Bucks and in-game purchases on the App Store. And that's been that V-Bucks has been more expensive on Fortnite and stuff like that. So it's been like a few dollars extra if you do play on mobile, and you should know that. But, so Epic, with their 20% sale, decided they would go out and have an option to either pay the Apple tax or not. Now, obviously, nobody's going to choose to pay the tax.
No one's going to pay the tax. Like, if you're going to have an option to pay $7 for V-Bucks or $9, I'm pretty sure I'm going to go with $7. Like, why wouldn't you do that?
Yeah, it just doesn't make sense. But essentially, what happened, Apple wasn't very happy about this decision, and it actually went against the guidelines that they'd set up when Epic signed the contract back in 2018, and they completely removed it from the App Store, and everyone started going crazy on Twitter. They're like, why is Fortnite off the App? Well, I mean, we knew why it was off the App Store because of the 20% V-Bucks thing, but we wondered, like, why Epic hasn't said anything about it yet, and if they actually will, because they haven't been very, communicative the past seasons. But, essentially, Fortnite tweeted out, we essentially are suing Apple, and here's the entire lawsuit right here on Twitter. So,
they posted a 70, let's see, how many pages? 70,
I think it was 65.
65 page goddamn lawsuit against one of the biggest companies in the world, which I saw this in my live reaction. I was still in school, and I saw Kiwi's tweet. That was the first thing I saw, and he said Apple just removed Fortnite from the App Store, and that was like, I think, an hour before Fortnite posted that. So that he was one of the first people to tweet about it. And I saw that, and I was like, bro, like, I figured he was either capping, or he was just like, I was just so confused. And I saw whenever Fortnite posted the document of the, it is 65 pages, literally mile-long lawsuit. And I feel like that's whenever everyone started to, like, kind of, like, lose it a little bit. They actually realized that it was a real thing and that it wasn't just a troll. They saw this and they were like, bro, that this is actually Fortnite's actually making moves. And shortly after, they released a Party Royale in-game screening, which was it was basically mimicking one of Apple's old
the first ever Macintosh ad back in 1984. I'll play a clip up on screen from Spunky, one of our good friends. He actually did a comparison video. I'll link that in the description below if you want to watch it fully, but I mean, I'm going to show it here anyway. But I'll show it to you guys now.
Today, we celebrate the anniversary of the platform unification directives. For years, they have given us their songs, their labor, their dreams. In exchange, we have taken our tribute, our profits, our control. This power is ours and ours alone. We shall prevail.
Alright, so that was the 2 clips put side by side, and, well, obviously Fortnite has just done an animation version of that, so they couldn't put that together in a night, alright? They obviously were baiting Apple to delete their game from the App Store so they could do the lawsuit. Now, what's your thoughts on that, AK?
I feel like I have mixed feelings about this, right? Because at the end, as you guys saw, like they're like the big hashtag that's trending all over the damn world right now is free Fortnite. That's like the hashtag. It's probably in the title of this video. And at first, like the first half of the day, I was totally with them because apparently what's gonna go down is that people who have already downloaded Fortnite on their mobile device in the past keep it on their device. It's still on their device. So literally right now I could go on Fortnite and play it on my phone right now.
Yeah.
And I have an iPhone X. And I could go on and play just because I downloaded before all this info went out to public. I don't think you can download it now.
You can't download it now. On the App Store,
and I don't think for Google Play either you can. I'm almost positive.
No.
But I know the Apple Store. But anyway, basically, whenever I saw that, dude, I was totally for the mobile community because a lot of people, they make livings. A lot of the mobile pro players and just players in general. I feel like, I was thinking about it. I was like, will this really benefit us a lot? And it's like, considering that, anyone that plays Fortnite seriously are more than likely either on a console or on PC. But there are really a lot of, today really made me realize how many mobile players there are that play the game. And it just sucks that they're not, if they're not able to afford a nice computer or a console because they cost a lot nowadays.
Well, to be fair, the mobile devices cost us pretty much as much of console. Mobile devices essentially cost the same amount as consoles nowadays. So, if they don't have a console, they'll probably have the device. And quickly before we move on, well, not move on, but continue talking about this. There's something that you didn't mention, AK, is that you still have the app, right, on your phone if you've downloaded it, but you will not be able to update it. So in the future seasons, you'll still be back in Season 3. So that could be some interesting videos, staying back in Season 3 all the way in the future. But, yeah, it's pretty crazy.
Yeah, like after the next big update, Season 4, you're not going to be able to update to that. So these players aren't going to be able to... they're able to play, but after Season 4, bro, even the people that have it already downloaded, they're not going to be able to update. So basically, in a couple weeks, mobile's going to be completely shut down if Epic loses this lawsuit. And by the way things are looking, I don't know. I'm kind of 50-50 on it at the moment, considering it's day one, and I don't know the full details, but from what I do know, I think it's my opinions on it are very split because, as I said, the first half of the day I was totally with the mobile players. I thought it was really ridiculous that they were even Apple was, and I'm an Apple fan. Almost every piece of technology I own is almost Apple, all Apple, and it just kind of blew me away, if I'm being honest.
Yeah,
didn't see it coming. Came out of the blue like nothing. And now it's kind of like I'm kind of siding with Apple slightly because more and more throughout the day I've realized kind of how like Epic didn't really totally follow their terms on like how the V-Bucks shop goes. But other than that, from my opinions, we'll get into it in a bit, I'm sure. But Pig, I'll let you talk about your thoughts now if you want.
Yeah, alright. So essentially, my opinions on this is that I have some troubles with both sides of the parties here. So essentially, Epic, they've done, at the end of the clip we showed you a few minutes ago, essentially, it said that Epic has been retaliated against by Apple, and they've blocked it by 1 billion users, which to be fair. 1 billion mobile devices, no, not even like no one. Fortnite's never had 1 billion people play, so they're kind of over exaggerating that. But yeah, they've essentially tried
It's a
to
marketing tactic.
yeah, they've essentially tried to make it seem like Apple was like the super bad guys in the situation, and everyone should hate Apple, and Apple were like the super villains, the super bad corporation, which they definitely don't have like good things on their party that they're trying to actually like fight against, but they're definitely not like what Epic's trying to make them out to be. But Apple, something that I don't really like about them is that, well, the thing that Epic's fighting against, right, is how they can't have 100% of the profits go to Epic Games. And or like whatever developer that owns a game or something like that on the App Store. And the reason why they're fighting this is because Apple actually allows 100% of the profits to go to apps like McDonald's, Grubhub, Amazon, things like that, but they don't allow it for gaming apps, which is really the reason why Epic is doing this, because if you're a developer that has a game, you can't have 100% of the profits, but if you're someone who makes apps similar to McDonald's or Amazon, you can actually get 100% of the profits if you like have a deal with Apple, which I guess isn't really fair, and that's why they're doing it.
That's like honestly like a really good point. I didn't even think about that. I mean, there might be more that goes into it too. Like, we don't know like what goes on. Like McDonald's and big companies like that might literally like have like since considering they're like a branch of a market.
Yeah,
like,
they're like a huge
that might be
company.
They might have a different like I doubt they even have a deal with Apple. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, considering like that might be a totally different scenario. But if it's like what you considered, like if they do, or if they are on similar terms with what they are on Epic Games, then yeah, 100 like that's a great point. But there's also a big chance that it could just be like a totally different scenario.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's honestly a good point. And you know, it's like this whole thing with what really threw me off was the ad that we showed you guys a bit ago. That's obviously a marketing tactic to try and get people, or kids specifically, to say, oh, you know, they're going to see that, it's going to catch their eye, and then they're all going to go on Twitter and tweet out free Fortnite. Like, that's their way of getting people's eyes on Fortnite's side. And, you know, like you said, they're trying to make Apple look like the bad guy. And I feel like that advertisement was just another way to get people in to go on their side and spread around that hashtag. And I mean, obviously it worked. I mean, it's like, what is it? #1 trending in America?
Yeah.
I think it is. It's like, I mean, that shows you honestly how powerful both companies are, if I'm being honest. I feel like if Epic Games wins or loses, or no, sorry, let me rephrase that. If Apple and or Google wins or loses, it's not going to affect them either way. If they lose the lawsuit, it's not like Apple's going to go bankrupt and like lose everything. You know, like Apple is like such a big company. Like Apple's not the one to worry.
Yeah.
I feel like Epic Games, if they lose this lawsuit, man, I feel like a lot could go downhill. That's what I'm personally worried about. I think I tweeted about this. If they lose this lawsuit versus, I mean, Google and Apple, bro, it doesn't get much bigger than that.
Yeah.
Like Amazon, maybe, but other than Amazon, they're the biggest damn companies in the world. And if they lose a lawsuit to someone like that, I don't know, man. I don't know.
That could change
go
the game.
far.
Like, this could
Apple
change
could sue them.
everything.
They could go bankrupt. It could literally, dude. It wouldn't be good.
I don't think Apple
lost.
would go bankrupt at all. I feel like none of the companies would be like affected by losing the lawsuit, other than the fact that this could spark up other companies to fight against Apple and Google, because nobody's really done it before that is a company like Epic. And I feel like if they win, it could completely change the scene and, well, completely change how the App Store and Google even works. and they won't be able to feel like that they can do anything anymore because they won't be able to. And something that I also thought of when you were talking about how Epic could go downhill if they lose this is that I don't want to like bring something happy out of the situation, but it's kind of like maybe if they go downhill, they'll start doing things that the community wants them to get more money. Who knows? Hey, Epic.
Yeah, wink, wink, nudge,
Wink,
nudge,
wink.
nudge.
Yeah. So, yeah.
I feel like another thing I want to throw out there is I've been told, I've just heard this before. Apple has had so many. I mean, I'm sure other companies do, but I know specifically Apple has had a lot of like Apple, I'm sure, gets stuff like this on a daily basis, not on this caliber, but lawsuits and things of that nature on a daily basis. I'm sure people sue for Apple and make lawsuits and stuff like that against big companies all the time.
Yeah.
But like, I don't know. This is like something totally different. If you look up Apple, for the top stories are the New York Times about Fortnite, the situation. Like everything is about Fortnite. Everything, bro.
100%.
Apple faces that's something else. Apple faces a 1.4 billion lawsuit in China. Like literally, they're always getting lost. They're always getting blasted with stuff. And it's like, this is really different from the other ones, considering that it's trending on all socials. Everyone knows about it by now, probably. Anyone that's technical at all that goes on any kind of social media. I don't know, man. It's nuts. I still can't really believe it. I don't know what to think about it. I'm blown away by the situation, and I'm curious to see what happens, I guess. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, it's something that kind of surprises me is that obviously, if you've been around the news and the situation, Apple vs. Fortnite happened quite like earlier in the day. And then Google vs. Fortnite, it really came out of the blue, because, like, first of all, you got some tweets of people saying, oh, Fortnite isn't on the Google store anymore, and people were like, oh, that's weird, I guess. And then, well, I don't think anyone saw it come, maybe a few people did, but I don't think anyone actually saw Fortnite suing Google in the same day coming. And, well, this could, I mean, it's so weird because they obviously didn't plan to sue Google. Otherwise, they probably would have done something similar to Apple. And if they did, then they just care more about Apple, I guess. But yeah, it's, I feel like that was something that they didn't expect was going to happen. And
they probably just did it because they got such an unbelievable response back from people. They're probably like, well, let's try it on Google. Like, I mean, probably not, but I'm saying that's probably a positive, considering that they did it hours after the Apple announcement. You would have thought they would have just done it all in the same document,
Yeah, because I feel like they a little bit of that could be what you were saying, because they I remember I was watching it this morning, and it's 18 minutes after the tweet had been posted about Fortnite taking down Apple, well, not taking down Apple, but suing Apple, that had 16,000 likes in 18 minutes. Like, that's something that you don't see every day.
Yeah, dude.
The amount of support.
Yeah. I feel like people, it's going to get to a point, and it's gotten to a point, but it's going to really get to a point where people that have no idea, I mean, not really no idea, but just don't care about Fortnite will be concerned, like, that will step in and like educate themselves on it and like look into it, because it's going to get to a point where it's going to be such a big topic. It already has. I mean, you can't go on Twitter right now without seeing about it. Like, you cannot go on any social media right now without seeing about Fortnite.
Because, I mean, if you're part of the Apple community, like, for example, no offense, but if you're a boomer and you follow Apple and Apple support and Apple people doing Apple things technology-wise, Google even, I mean, everyone follows Google and things like that. I mean, like, you can't really go online without seeing something about it. Because, I mean, like, if you're like a boomer and like into technology and things, you already know about this stuff. You've probably seen it because you've seen earlier in the day. You've seen Fortnite versus Apple, probably some small Apple lawsuit again, and then you look and see Fortnite versus Google, and you're like, hold on, isn't this the same company that just sued Apple?
If you're a boomer,
I mean anyone. I'm not trying to. Just an example. But yeah, because I mean, like, I guess they didn't. I guess like didn't get enough attention out of suing Apple. They're like, hey, we were expecting 17,000 likes. Let's sue Google now.
And it's funny. I want to throw this out there. It's funny how literally Fortnite is it doesn't like update their game regularly, but they have enough time to make a
They
whole
update their lawsuits.
Like they have time to make they don't even make an animation for the freaking updates, bro.
Yeah,
They're making an animation for a marketing like thing, like bro, to promote a lawsuit. Like what, dude? I can't believe any of this. This is like unbelievable. Like
I didn't wake up this morning thinking I'm gonna hear Fortnite suing Apple and Google.
I had no idea that this would even happen, bro. I was just vibing all day, just vibing, and then this blows up. My phone rockets off to the moon with notifications. It's like, bro, I didn't see it coming, man.
Dude, I thought that there probably would be some drama between Apple and Fortnite when like they announced that they would do like that kind of thing where you could choose. I thought they're like, oh, there'll be some drama. Then Fortnite suing Apple, and I'm like, what? It's just like,
I've seen some of the one thing I want to throw out there, bro. I can see if I can try and find the clips, but there's been something. So whenever Apple announces like a new product or anything of that nature, they're called keynotes. All right, it's like a meeting that happens in California. They have keynotes every I think couple months. And they have like a big one where they announce like a big product that comes out, and they have like a smaller one with just just an update on how things are going. And they have like all their employees out there and stuff, I think. And they do like this big presentation on what it is. And I remember recently, like I think their last keynote a couple months ago, they in one of the presentations they announced Apple Arcade, right? It was a big Apple Arcade, which was their gaming like section of the App Store, essentially. Basically, like just a bunch of fun mobile games and stuff. They used Fortnite as one of the ways to like promote their Apple Arcade. I don't think it was on Apple Arcade, but they, like that whole presentation is what I'm getting at, was about gaming and like they're trying to connect to the younger audience and stuff like that. And they used Fortnite and Epic Games. Like they were like, look at this, Fortnite, incredible performance on the iPhone, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
And they like showed gameplay of it. So they were obviously on good standards. It's not like they were on terrible standards.
Yeah.
With Epic before this. I always was curious why they never did a collaboration like all the Samsung skins they did with them, like the Iconic and the Galaxy and the I was always curious why they never did a crossover with Apple, but I don't think they did it because they're on bad terms.
Well, I
think that was just a coincidence looking back on it now that they never did.
Well, I mean, I think it's also the fact I learnt that Tim Sweeney, who is one of the owners at Epic Games, who owns a percentage of it, he's never liked Apple's terms that they're actually suing against now. I've heard people now say that he's never liked them, and I feel like that could be another reason why it all went to how it is. And it's just kind of crazy that it happened now out of all times. It's kind of I guess they were I don't know why, but I guess they were waiting until the game was gonna kind of die, I guess. I mean, I don't even know what they were doing.
I don't know. Yeah. But that's kind of an interesting theory if you think about it, because if they're waiting for their game to die, which it kind of I'm gonna be honest, it hasn't been at its finest lately. Yeah. Let's just say that. It kind of got a lot of attention today. I'm gonna be honest. So if you're right on that, and dang, I mean that could be I don't know. That could definitely be a good theory, considering how much they're already trending all over the planet right now.
The thing
But
is, it's like something that
that's
I
a
don't
good
understand is
good theory.
yeah, it's like something I don't understand is why Epic decided that they were gonna like do a lawsuit to bring their game back up. Like I know that I know that it's like gonna
If
get a
that
lot of
theory is
Google
true.
search results, but
Right.
yeah, if the theory's true, but it's kind of like no one's gonna play the game that isn't currently just because they're suing Apple. Like no one's gonna be like, oh, Fortnite, I'm gonna hop on because they're suing my favorite company, Apple.
Yeah, I mean that's true. But I mean, if your theory is right, and they're trying to just get their game traction again for it to get attention, like some people might be like, "Oh, Apple's getting rid of mobile. I'm gonna get on mobile and play for a bit before I can ever again." Like mobile players might be like, "Oh, Apple's getting banned. Well, I better play some now before buy my V-Bucks before it gets banned." Like I don't know.
Yeah.
That's a stretch, but I mean, if that's right, I mean, I'm not going to spend too much time talking on it because it's probably wrong. But
Well, maybe. I mean, you never know.
if it's right, I mean, it makes sense, I guess, but it's a stretch. So
Yeah, it's just I don't know, man. It's kind of hard because we're not like Apple or Epic Games devs that knows what's going on right now. And besides, I can't be bothered to read a 65-page document on why Apple's a poop and why Epic Games isn't. And
Right.
yeah. So I mean, I don't know if you have anything else you want to talk about, AK. Do you?
you know. I'm trying to think. I don't really think so, man.
I think
I'm
we
just looking
covered
at Twitter
every
and
area.
I'm looking. Yeah, I mean, I'm looking at I was just scanning through the documents here. It looks like I've literally never even heard of any of these people on this document, by the way. But anyway, uh, it's just crazy, man. I think I would like to think we learn more about it. This whole situation over the next coming days.
Yeah, maybe weeks.
I'm sure I'm looking for somewhere in this document that says like where, like, because usually whenever a lawsuit happens, they have up until like blah blah like so and so date until they like can take action.
Yeah.
But I don't know what the date is. I haven't heard anyone say anything about a date, so maybe they didn't address. I really don't know. That's a good question. I just not thought of, but.
Well, I mean, if
feel
we
like,
end up finding it, we'll put it in like the top of the comments or
Right.
something. But I mean, I mean, it shouldn't be hard to find out just by googling it, maybe. But yeah, I don't know, man. It's a confusing situation.
Right. And I feel like all of us are kind of just like lost in the dark right now because it's just like the whole advertisement thing was kind of scummy, if I'm gonna be honest.
Yeah.
Like it was smart, don't get me wrong, because it got everyone tweeting the hashtag, but it was kind of scummy. I'm gonna
agree with
be
you on that.
honest.
I'm
It's
100% agree.
it's kind of scummy. Like they did a great job with the animation. It was very similar to the thing, and it's a great way to promote it. But why would you promote a negative? Like, because this isn't a positive for their game. A lot of people are pissed off about this. So it's like, why would you promote something as like a lawsuit
Yeah.
versus the biggest company in the world? It's just, I don't know, man. It's just, I have mixed feelings about this, as I said in the beginning, but it's just really sketch right now to me.
It's kind of weird, but
It's something that you wouldn't expect from someone like Fortnite.
yeah.
You know, someone very like Fortnite's
I don't think you'd
very,
expect it
very
from any game
professional.
company, to be honest.
right, but especially Fortnite, considering Epic Games, man, like that's one of the biggest companies out there right now in the gaming world. It's like, it's just nuts. I never would have expected anything like this for them. But yeah, I think that's about it
Yeah.
for me.
All right. Well, I think the last thing I want to add is that I don't know if this is true, but maybe they're on a power trip and they think they can do anything, so they decide to not sue the biggest companies in the world. But I don't know. That's just a theory, a game theory.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure a lot of the conspiracy theorists are going to come out of their hole and start thinking of some, because this is a very theorizable topic, if that's even a word.
Very
I don't
very
know, man.
vague
It's
and very a lot of things that you can
sketch.
fill in the holes with theories and things like that. But yep, if you wanna hear more about it, it's a lot of stuff on Twitter, as we've said multiple times throughout the podcast. And if you want to check us out personally, our YouTube channels will be in the link in the description. Make sure to smash subscribe on those if you enjoy it, the content that's
sir.
on those. But yep,
Good thing we don't play on mobile.
yeah, good thing we don't play on
They'd be
mobile.
getting a yikes right now, bro.
Yeah, rip the content. Plan on season 3 for the rest of our lives. Anyway, yeah. Hope you guys enjoyed the podcast. If you want to watch more, there will be some on the channel. We've got 6 episodes now. Hopefully, we won't take like another 3-month hiatus unless if nothing happens again. And if you've got any topics you want us to talk about, make sure to leave them in the description below. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.